Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. The last episode you had a guided tour of the Maroon line, which looked very popular in that video. Its popularity has waned slightly since, however I'd go as far as to say it is still a successful line. You can see here some of its stops aren't that popular. These ones here are popular. Everybody waiting for them here. And then if you go underground, you got more people waiting at these stops than you'd normally get. So these stops underground are quite successful. The ones that aren't so successful are these ones here. I think it's because of the closeness to the metro, and also you have to come out onto this road to get across to the rest of the city. But I wasn't expecting the return stations to be so popular, although this one is. That one isn't. This one? No, not really. But yeah, I mean that was expected, so that's not an issue. The other change that I've done since... Oh, I've done a couple of changes actually. Let me start at the top. I rejigged the schedule for this, so it's almost running the same as the other tram lines, but I think it's running at bigger intervals than the other tram lines. So we're actually going to see less trams on this part of the line than all the other lines. But you know, again, it's not such a bad thing. See, this is a Scarlet line thing. Oh, no, it's a Maroon line. That's not right. That should be a small tram. Not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, there you go. Got big trams out now to pick up the lots of passengers, and that's why they're running less frequency. Less frequently because there are bigger trams running on that line now. Excuse me. Still got that thing stuck in my my throat and my chest. Really weird. But yeah, that's the major change. The other change I made was I went back to the depot and I bought 20 small trams and 20 big trams for that reason. So big trams can also run on the other two lines if necessary, but they'll mainly stick to using the Maroon line. The final change I made was over here. You remember I said I'd make this a main road? Well, you can see it goes through the heart of the city like this, drops down, goes across the tram line, carries on going, rises up and over the river like so, dives back down underground, and then comes back out again to join up with this main road here, which goes from what would you call that, north to south of this part of the city, and also takes you to the freeway, which is really cool. And then in this direction takes you all the way across this part of the city, takes you around this corner all the way along here, and then joins up with this main road, which again takes you to the freeway. So we have lots of nice connections in our city now. Got lots of lovely connections. Everybody is connected in this part of the city. Over here it is a different story. The only thing we have are monorail stops. So let's change that, shall we? Let's make that so it's no longer true. Now I have an idea for, I think, a couple of bus lines might do us some good here. So you can see, where's our depot hub? Here it is. Let's build some new bus stops, shall we? So we have a line already that comes through this area of the city and then actually comes into the Jeffries suburbs. But what I want is a line that comes, let me see, across this bridge and then into this part of the city. I think actually one that circles this part of the city here will be cool. So let's start putting some stops in, shall we? Let's put bus stops in rather than tram stops. Let's get it right. So we'll have one there. We'll have one up here. Actually, I've put that in the wrong place already. Let's change that. Let's put one... do you know what? Let's keep that one there. Let's build a new line, a new road, sorry, going across like that. There we go. And then we'll have a stop here so some of the workers can get to their jobs. And then we'll have another stop back in this part of the city. One there. Now we want to link up with the monorail, do we? Or do we... I think we'll do that a little bit later on. This line should be popular purely because of its connections to the monorail, or its connection to the monorail, because that's going to be, let's see, the shelters are on this road, so let's put the stop. Don't tell me that's a one-way road. Bugger. Okay, we'll put the stop there. Like that. And then we've got quite a nice big bit of city here to work with, so might as well utilise it as best we can. Put some stops getting closer and closer together, I think, for this part. We'll have one there. Can have one there, perhaps. And then I'm kind of tempted to go back into this part of the city again. So I think maybe... what have we got? One there. And then one there. And there. See if it goes there. We'll have one here. And here. And then do we want it to run down this main road? No. Let's have it run... God, I've lost it already. Is it there? Yeah. We'll have one there. And we'll have another one in here somewhere, like there. And then we'll have a final one there. Okay. So that's all that bit planned out. Actually, that's pretty much all of that part of the city served. We're going to have a separate line that serves this part of the city. So let's throw in a couple of stops. Like so. Is that a one-way road again? Man above, this game likes screwing me over like that, doesn't it? Is that one way? Is that... oh my life. Okay, so we'll have one there. And then we'll have a final one down here somewhere, I guess. Like there. So that's 2 bus lines. And then they've got to meet up again over here somewhere. So let's have stops here and here. We've already got one here, so let's have another one straight next to it. Good options to connect with the tram there as well. And then we've got some trolley connections going along here perhaps. Or we could carry this road over. Yeah. Do you know what? I kind of like that idea. Where does it come down? It comes down here like this. So actually, let's have one of them come across here. Because then I've thought of where it could connect up. So we can have some stops here. And I think there's a maroon line stop. So that's a connection there, which is pretty cool. And then we can have a connection... So we'll put a stop there and a stop there. And then it can connect to this line here and this line here. Which line that is, I've forgotten already. Yeah, let's plan this out, shall we? Let's see what line that is. That's the Cobalt line. Right, let's go on my friend Google again and find some shades of blue. Because we've got 2 new bus lines to plan. Let's see how many of these I haven't used. Okay, I've got one already. That's quite a nice colour. It's a nice sounding colour. Even if the colour itself is actually quite grotesque. Right, that one's got 3 lines, that one's got 2. So the first line is going to come here. And let's plan the big line first. So this is going to be line 6. And it's going to be called... the... oops. Typo. The Maya line. Something like that. We're going to timetable it the same as the Capri line. Lots and lots and lots of nice buses running around the city now, connecting, transporting lots of people to and from their homes to... mainly this is going to be used to get people to other forms of transport to which they can then catch something to work. I think that's what it's going to end up being for. Right, I've connected it there, so I'm not going to connect it there. So the next stop will be up here. I mean, that's actually quite a long distance, but there you go. And it's going to stop there. And there. And there. And then it's going to come across to here. And it's going to come all the way across like this. It's not going to connect to the trolley. It's going to come straight across to there. And then it's going to carry on heading this way. Like I said, we're going to do the big line first. So it's going to come off here. And it's going to... Where did I put the stop? There. Oh, wow. Really? Does it not turn? Oh, it doesn't turn left there. Okay. Small issue. Let's fix that quickly. Should be able to build that like that, and then curve this round. I don't want it to go over that, so I want it to go under that. Something like that. There we go. And now I should be able to build... There we go, that's what I wanted. And then it comes up here. And then, is it that one? Must be. This is where I'm starting to get a little bit confused. That's the return. So it must go there. And then out to the monorail. And then there. And there. 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 You guys get the idea. I'm just going to keep saying there all the time. Final stop there. So that's all that bit linked up. Actually that's quite a nice, unique looking pattern there. And then we've got the one connection to the monorail, which hopefully people will use. I don't see why they won't use it. I think that's going to be quite popular. Right, and then it stops there, and then it stops there. Skips the trolley again. Stops there. And there. And there. And again, so on and so forth. You get the idea. So you're going to stop there, and there. Can't connect there, but we can connect there. And then we skip out this stop again, but we stop outside what used to be the baseball stadium, but no longer is. And then we return back to depot there, and then back home, like so. So that's the Maya line. And now we have to do another one. And this line is going to be called the teal. Yeah, I think teal. The teal line. I think I've spelt teal right. And this one's going to be a bit more of an express bus. It's going to skip out a few more stops. So it's going to come out of the depot. It's going to come to base. It's going to pick up passengers. And then it's going to skip round to this stop. Connect with the trolley. And then it's going to skip out this stop. And this stop. But it's going to stop there. And it's going to skip out this one and this one. But it's going to stop there. And then it's going to skip out that one and that one, but it's going to stop there. And then it's going to stop there, there, there. Was it there? And there. Before coming back to here. And it's going to skip out that one and that one, but stop there. It's going to skip out that one and this one, but stop there. Then it's going to skip out that one and that one. So then it's going to stop there. And then that's going to return. Let me just check quickly. Was it that one? Yeah. So there, and then back to base. I did timetable it, didn't I? Yeah, looks like I did. Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So those two lines done. Looking at the time, we're 15 minutes in. Do I have time to build one more bus line? I think I do. This part of the city as well is a bit underconnected. I'm wondering, we need to grow the population more. So I suppose connecting up this suburb would help in that respect. So let's do that. Let's do a bit of that, shall we? We've got an industrial area over here, so we could give this a little connection. So we could have a stop there, and then we could have another stop here, and then we can stop here, and here, and then up here, and then into this section of the city. Let's have one here actually, so it connects with this department store mall kind of thing. And then we'll have that go straight over like that, and then we'll start the return leg. So we'll have one there, we'll have one there, we'll skip across there, we'll have one there, and then we'll go back into the industrial area with a final stop. I think there's good, and then have it go back to base. Okay, and this line, God, this is our 8th bus line. We have got so many bus lines. This is going to be called the There's lots of nice coloured ones and nice named ones, but I don't want them to have like an identity of their own. Like there's the Oxford line, but that sounds more like it's related to a city than a colour. So I think there's one here called Bondi. I think we'll have to call it that, Bondi line, and hope that it doesn't mean something a bit risque. Right, timetable it. Dosh. Each one of these stops in the bus hub is going to have 4 buses coming out to it at any one time. That is an astronomical number of buses, and yet our depot seems to be handling it very, very nicely indeed. So, you know, that's pretty good. I'm quite impressed with that. Right, I've got to remember where these stops are now. So there was one there. Let's tilt this up so I can see. Let's get my mouse to work as well, that'd be nice. There's one there. There's one there. And there. And there. And there. And then it looped up to here for its return. Again, there's a connection there with the metro, which is going to be pretty cool. There's one there. And obviously we've got the trams here as well. Again, the return, I never expect my return legs to be as popular as the outward ones. And looking at the fact that there's a tram line right next to it and everything, I don't think the return leg of this one's going to be very popular at all. But I purely use it as it's a way to get the buses back to the depot. Otherwise, I mean, you have to have a full line. And I'd rather it had stops in case there were 1 or 2 passengers who needed picking up. Otherwise, I'll just have it go from here straight back to base again. But that's not very realistic. You don't have buses do that. They just suddenly terminate a million miles away from the depot and then go straight back again. Right, I think we can have another line, you know. Let me look at this. There's a big gap here that's not been filled. But I think like a loop line that comes along here, up here, and then back down here. That might not be a bad idea. It could just be like a connection line. But then do I have it as a bus line, or shall I build trolley wires in? That is the question. That is the question. We've only got 2 trolley lines. And it wouldn't be that expensive to build a trolley line, just to link it up, because it only has to go across this part of the triangle and up this part of the triangle. And the rest of it's already covered. So, it'll be interesting to see whether we need that or not. Let's actually check out how well these stops are doing. Oh wow, we got lots of people waiting here. 60 at that one. Gee whiz. 26 there. How many over here? Is that 30? Yeah, 30 there, 11 there, only 9 there. 33, 21 here, 14 here. They're all going to get off up here, even though there's 18 people waiting here at them for the Maya line. Although, again, they could get the monorail to here and then a bus into this part of the city. So it was fundamentally crucial that we linked everything up. So I'm really glad that we've gone ahead and done that now. At least for this area. This area, the Majeffrey suburbs, it still needs a lot of work. But again, I mean, that might not be something that we actually get around to doing, because we're 31% of the way through this objective. But as we build more and more lines into these parts of the city, which we will be doing in the next few episodes, then these buildings will start to grow. And then, you know, the population could rise that way, because we're 63% through this way. It's the coverage where we're actually lacking, I think. And, you know, we've basically got the entire of this part done. Once we build this extension bit across here, that'll be even more of the city covered. We might have another little bus line just linking up a couple of stops in there, just to keep that running smoothly. These parts of the suburbs are all covered nicely. If I get this up again, you can see all these bus stops here that are linking up, and then you've got metro, monorail, tram, all sorts there. This area is very, very dense because of the hub. This area is now more dense because of the bus stops and that. This area where the new tram line was put in, and the metro and the monorail on the north side, and the tram running through the middle that we already had, and the trolley, of course, running through the middle like we already had. That's becoming more and more densely covered. And in fact, there's not much really we can do in the city centre now. That's all done. I think I just saw that office building there spring up, which is nice to see. Shows that the city is still growing. So yeah, this city is starting to become quite a success. There's still plenty of options and opportunities for us, which is good. The other thing I was going to mention again before I end this episode very, very quickly is this road here. As you can see, it keeps going straight down, straight down, straight down, and then that's the one that dips underground and actually comes out here. So there's nothing to stop me from building a trolley line that will connect up all this part of the city if I so wanted to. And trolley lines they're for better use than bus lines, and I can do the whole skips a stop, goes to every other stop kind of thing. So, you know, again, plenty of opportunities, plenty of options. Very, very good opportunities for us. So yeah, that's all going to come up in the next few episodes, guys. Until then, I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.